I'm spoiled in humanities team because we have people in the green room. We have people, they the produce, they in the back room, they produce and they do all kinds of things here because we are so new and so young. And we are real pioneers. We do everything ourselves. So when it comes to technicalities, oh my God, I have to look all over. So it's wonderful that you are all here. I'm waiting for Johan Allers. I'm sure he promised that he would be here. I'm expecting him to be here, but these conversations or our webinars, we cannot go over 45 minutes. It's just the way that it is for us, until we grow in future and we can afford to have longer conversations. So I'm not going to wait for anybody. And, when Johan comes, he will just simply join in. So we are recording this call. So in any case, for those who cannot be here, they will be able to catch up and they'll be able to listen to what we have been sharing. Here at my house, I have 2 Ubuntu keepers. They are not tuned in live, simply because when we do that, there's a stretch on the bandwidth, and then it interferes with with having proper connection. So there are 2 other people here, and Martha Miller, who is a qualified Ubuntu keeper, she also said that she would try to be here. Nevertheless, it's wonderful to see you all here. So I'm going to go to my script, and I want to welcome all of you here this evening. It's a wonderful event. It's arranged especially for our Ubuntu keepers. This is what this conversation is all about. But we have, as you because this is a special event, we call upon him whenever it is so, Dr. Dumisani Magatlela. I will introduce him in a little bit more detail, for those who have not, do not know him all that well, a little bit later. But before I go into all of that, this call has been arranged to say special congratulations to those there are 6 people who have successfully completed the 4-month Ubuntu Keepers program for civil society. Now, these people are our first Ubuntu keepers. They are real pioneers when it comes to our very humble goal of growing a new generation and a critical mass of Ubuntu keepers. It was truly wonderful for us to issue them with their personalized Ubuntu keepers membership certificates, and they were able to download the Ubuntu Keepers Charter and Pledge and to frame all of that. We really hope that they will be as proud as having that as we were to be issuing them, with that. So the names of the people who completed the program successfully are Tom Johnson. Maybe some of you will recall or hearing about him. He's the director of the Slypsteen Development Center. Now, the Slypsteen Development Center are based in the Eden Karoo district, and they are responsible for implementing our Ubuntu Keepers program in the schools in that area. So it was truly wonderful and very special that Tom had completed this comprehensive program, Ubuntu Keepers program. The other people is Ben Petersen, who's my spouse. I had to encourage him along the way, but he managed to complete in the end. I'm so grateful for that. And Sophie Masameni, who she is my sister, my mother, a very good friend. She has been our housekeeper for going for 30 years. She has been my greatest Ubuntu inspiration that you can imagine. We have shared so many moments talking about Ubuntu, crying over Ubuntu over the years that I've been involved with this program or with Ubuntu. And the special thing about Sophie completing this program is that Sophie cannot read much. She cannot read English especially. She cannot write much. So for her to complete this program meant that we had to sit at the computer, I had to read for her, and we had to discuss. And again, maybe that was a confirmation of the depth of our relationship and what it takes maybe for us to understand Ubuntu, to come to the grips with it and to really, really make it your own. So her participation and her completing this program is really something so, so special. Then another person is Dr. Chris Veerman, also just so special. I could write books about these people who have completed this program. Martha Miller, such a dear, special sister of mine. She is the CFO, I think. No, not CFO. I get confused when it comes to all these titles. But she plays a very important role in the SAWID, which is the South African Women in Dialogue initiative and organization. So very special to have Martha completed this program. And then last but not least, the Omni Foundation. They have such a beautiful and special story between the two of them as partners in life. And they started the Omni Foundation. So they completed the program as the Omni Foundation. So those are the 6 people who have completed this program, and we are so, so very proud of you, and we want to congratulate you for having done that. I see that, let me just go quickly. I see Johan posted a message in Skype for me. Let me just see what he says. Let me just say, let me just tell him that we are online. And I won't be able to talk much with him because otherwise we're going to waste our time. And let me go back to my screen. So I think, so who we have on this program, the people who have completed this program are Leah and Cameron Boyd of the Omni Foundation. And since this program is especially for you, Leah and Cameron, maybe we only have 45 minutes, but maybe it's good to take a break now and ask you to share a little bit about your views on the value of the program for you personally and for greater society. So,
wow.
Weren't expecting this.
No, we definitely weren't expecting this, Anna-Marie. You know, Leah, I just want to say that Leah and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really, it was something, we become such an incredible team, you know, and I think this is incredibly rare today where you can find someone who you not only love, but who has the same dream, has the same vision, is on the same mission. And for not only ourselves as a family and our children, but for humanity on a whole. And this Ubuntu Keepers has not only about ourselves, but about people in general and what we are in the process of doing and planning on doing with the Omni Foundation. I believe that as the weeks go by and we evolve as human beings, so does the Omni Foundation, and the vision and the mission just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, so much so that it's getting the Ubuntu Keepers into the Omni Foundation and using it as a platform to not only educate and uplift, but just to give people a sense of knowing that there is a better way to live, there is a better way to be.
yeah.
You know, for us as a couple, it is really and truly all about being, you know, with each other, with our children, with the people that we come into contact with on a daily basis. And it's just been a real privilege to, if I look back many years to when we've met for the very first time, sitting at a coffee shop in Centurion, and the plans that we were putting together for humanity's team, and what has transpired since then. And years have gone by, and yeah, we sit, but I'm staring at a computer screen, you know, and all the great and incredible work that I've done. And Aurélie is just an amazing individual and a person, and I really and truly can't wait to meet her at the Ubuntu Fest, which is happening here in our backyard.
Yeah.
From Thursday all the way, from Friday or Thursday all the way to Sunday in Nelspruit at the Mombasa Stadium. So we are so amped. We are so looking forward to that, and just embracing life, because that is what life is about. Life is there to be embraced. Life is there to be enjoyed, and it's a journey. It's a journey for each one of us. The incredible thing is, and it's something that I read recently, that each step you take forward,
the journey is infinitely further forward.
and it's just a constant learning process. And being an Ubuntu keeper is an incredible responsibility. The thing that I find is that a lot of people talk a good fight, but very few of us fight a good fight. In other words, it's not in the talk, it's in your actions. And this is how we need to live our life. We need to live our life not through the words that come out of our mouth, but by actions. And we have a long way to go. We learn every single day. Where we go, it teaches us new and different things about all variety of different subjects. And sometimes it is overwhelming, but the vision and the mission that the two of us are on just keeps us motivated, keeps us inspired, and just keeps us moving in the direction that we believe that God has laid out in front of us. Because it is God, considering that Leah was in the States, 10,411 miles away, and how she came to South Africa, and how we got married, and how the Army Foundation started, just from a dream that two people had on different sides of the Atlantic.
Cameron, I'm really lapping up every word that you're saying, because as you're speaking, you're confirming what I understand Ubuntu to be, and that is, when we dissect the word, it confirms that all of us are part of life and a process of becoming. When I look at the civil society program, I can see that there are many things that we could have done, should have done, that we lacked. But in between all of that, I had to remind myself, it's not about, we are not at the end destination. This is the journey, and we have to keep on believing in the dream, And even if we make mistakes, even if we are shortcoming, this is not what it's all about. We are all human beings, and we have a dream, and we are willing to follow that dream. So I really, really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your wonderful participation in this program. I look at your journey, yours and Leah's, and it's so inspiring. I want to wish you all of the very best, and I really hope that you will always go back to what you've learned about Ubuntu, Ubuntu in the Ubuntu Keepers program, and us being together and in the struggle together, and that it will make you strong going forward. So I want to stop here and just reflect a little bit about, because throughout the program, we continuously say to people, we thank them for their contribution to this program, because we really meant it. Even though the civil society program in itself is not something that we will be going forward right now, but your participation in the program made it possible for us to look at the program as a whole. It made it possible for us to look at weaknesses in the platform and the strengths in the platform. Your participation was absolutely invaluable. And I want to really thank you also on behalf of your Olive for your participation, or for your patience with us in the whole of the process. And I really hope, and I know that going forward, that will just go stronger and stronger. And you, all the pioneers of the Ubuntu Keepers initiative, I really, knowing Ubuntu as it is, I think we will smile. We will smile broadly and widely in the future. So let me go back to my script, because what we wanted to do is what I wanted Johan Allers to do is, as I said, we shared that your contribution played a great role in the development of all of this. So I just want to share briefly that what has happened is that as you know, with the Ubuntu Keepers platform, we've got a civil society component, we've got the corporate world, and in the center we've got schools and education. So true to the African saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Schools and education will be the center of what we're doing, and for that reason, we are focusing on all of that first of all. And we are also only 2 people, and together with Tom Johnson of the Stapestein Development Center, involved with all of this. So this is where we are going right now. This is where our focus lies. And I want to share with you that we've been working since 2016 with this. And as you know, there's no income for us. We are doing this, it's a dream. And obviously we cannot continue. We can never go forward and grow without funds. And we have been doubling up, and trying to do whatever it takes to make this happen. And with cutting a long story short, we are so excited to share that just yesterday we got confirmation from the Office of the Minister in the Western Cape of Education, as well as Cultural Affairs, that they are granting us a meeting with them to see how, as they put it, not only help us to, to get this off the ground, but also to make it sustainable. So we have a meeting with them on the 15th of May. We are so excited about this, and it's just a confirmation for me. And my experience so far with Ubuntu is that the universe continues to say yes. There are times in between where I feel myself to be in no man's land, where it's so scary. You just shared that, Cameron. I share those feelings, but it's so scary. And then comes an email just like that, where you get up and you're so depressed and you really don't know where your strength is going to come from on that day, and you get a confirmation that yes, again, the universe is saying yes. And I'm going to stop there because I really want to bring in our special guest, Dumisani Magadlela here. But I wanted to share that truly when we say your contribution is so valuable that I really want to cry when I think about it. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for that. You're true pioneers. You're real Ubuntu keepers. And as you say, it's a lot of responsibility comes with that. It's not something that one would go just throw around like that. To scream that you're an Ubuntu keeper. It's something that we need to show as a way of being. So I'm going to stop there with these formalities, and I want to share a little bit for those, especially those who will be listening to the recording of our conversation. I want to say a very, very special welcome to Dr. Dumisani Magadlela, who I refer to as Dumi. He's my brother. We have come a long, long way with Ubuntu. Very special journey that we have together. Dumi is an African skills development specialist, a certified executive coach, ABC, CCP master coach, a mentor, a trainer of coaches, graduate academic supervisor, for people who are doing their masters and their PhDs, and an international leadership development facilitator. Dumi lives in the Midrand. I don't know, how I had to pronounce that. Dumi has extensive experience in leading teams and team engagement sessions, facilitating training workshops, leading organizational development and culture change, helping build team spirit among managers and executives working together, guiding strategic and executive engagement sessions and high-level international engagements. Dumi supports the development of small business through skills development and mentoring youth and business leaders. He has had media training and features regularly on radio, magazines, and blogs, talking and writing about Africa's institutional capacity building and skill solutions. He's just all in all, Dumi, he's walking the talk. He's got the credentials, and we are so, so proud to call you our Ubuntu Keepers ambassador, Dumi, and we really hope that as we go forward together, you know, we will you know, help one another grow in this process. So a warm welcome to you, Dumi.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my sister. I absolutely love you, and it's wonderful to see you continue to do what you do and living your passion of touching other people's lives. I can't see my good brother Jan here. Is he on though? Can you see him from your side?
You know what? He's not on, and I think what often happens with people, he thinks he did not receive the link, but he did receive the link, and I got it. He did, and the thing is, I don't want to. We only have 45 minutes, so I'm not going to take the time and have a conversation with you on the side. Thank you.
All right. And you will see the recording anyway, so you'll connect on that. That's great. All right. Quick check. How much time are you giving me to have a quick talk beside a 5 minutes and then 8 minutes piece of input, and then we can have a conversation?
Yes. So Dumi, it is now 23 minutes past. We have until a quarter to the hour. So
yeah. So can I do a 5 minutes?
Yes, absolutely.
That's 5 minutes. 5 minutes input.
Yes.
Okay, I'll drive straight into this, but what I want to start with first, I want to start by acknowledging the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
That you are leaving Ubuntu, and we would like to see more people like that. So I want you to know that many of us that are doing this work, because it's a global movement, we are aware of what you're doing. Would like to send more energy and positive vibes to you so that you continue, have more strength to do what you do, Anna Marie. And together with Johan and together with others. And the program itself, Ubuntu Keepers, it's a pioneering piece of work in many ways in this new age, new era that we're in now. Getting people away from a self-absorbed way of living to realizing that we need to lift our eyes up and see the other that's right there in front of us that we actually do not notice in our, both metaphorically, symbolically, and practically every day. We see that now. So your work is waking up the world. And I would like to encourage and urge you to continue, and would like to see that. And please, let's move that book along, okay? You know what I'm talking about. So we need to get that book. We need to get that book there. You and I are in the same ballpark in that. I've got a book that's with the publishers now about Ubuntu intelligence, and some of you would be aware that I've developed that concept and I've written about it. I teach it, and you will see more of it. You will hear more about it. Ubuntu intelligence, what that is and what it means. It's leading the values and principles of Ubuntu. So I wanted to start by acknowledging that, and I really don't mind spending all my talk just appreciating what you're doing, because that's the work. We need to, that's seeing you in action in what you're doing, because Ubuntu really is about seeing each other. So I'd like to see you more doing what you're doing. And for Tom, I don't know, I would love to meet Tom. It will happen.
And you will love him. Oh my goodness, you will love him so much.
It will happen. We'll make arrangements to do that. And please convey our thanks and appreciation to Sophie for walking this journey with us, and your partner, your good husband. Yeah, that's the work, because we are in partnership anyway in doing this. And Chris, just thank you guys. This is great. And the Omni Foundation, Leah and Cameron, what a gift you just gave me this evening, hearing you talk about it. Guys, thank you so very much. And what I'm taking from what you just said is one of my favorite words, and that I live. I don't just talk about it, the word connection. I hear connection and I feel connected to you already in that way. I know we are already connected, but at a different level, at a deeper level now, hearing your voices, hearing your stories, your connection story itself, and how attuned to each other and to this work that you are. So thank you very much. I'd like to know more about the Omni Foundation and work together. So you will have my contact details. Let's connect. Let's get together and do some work together. So thank you. Orally, I see you there, and yeah, we're gonna do more work here. So thank you for being here. Now, for the piece that I want to share with you for today, and as we congratulate the Ubuntu keepers, I know Martha is not here, but
and I am here. Dumisani, I am here.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh,
there you
Sorry. I just come back.
Oh man, look at you.
And you can switch.
I'm so sorry. I was frozen. I'm back now.
Wow, wonderful, Martha. Good to see you.
What everyone doesn't know is that Martha and I come a long way.
Super.
And should we tell them everything? Now we'll connect another way. Martha is my very, very good sister. I didn't check actually. How is Alexander doing?
And I'm very well, thank you. I actually, for some reason, got to be present at Dumi's wedding, which was a very, very special experience for me. My 8-year-old son is doing very well, thank you.
Yes, that's who I was asking after. Yeah, wonderful to see you. So wonderful to see you. See, this is connection and reconnection. Thank you so much for being here and for going this journey with this wonderful team of people. Thank you, Martha.
No, thanks so much for connecting all of us, and thanks, Anna-Marie.
Thank you.
So what this is, Anna-Marie, if I can connect the dots, for me, this is part of the work. Seeing each other, connecting with each other, and feeling that connection authentically without necessarily having to go to a place where you have to start singing the praises of another for patronage, what we see in our politics, that you surround yourself with people that will just sing your praises, not really meaning it. When you see someone authentically, you connect and you feel the connection when it's genuine and authentic. And in this work, you can't fake that. And this is why it's so essential, so important, because we get back in touch and remember who we are as humane beings that are connected to each other. So the message for me, sharing as we celebrate you guys and the work that you're doing, and yourself, Anna-Marie, the work that you've been doing, that you continue to do, who you are. And I know, Martha, you are that, you live that. I've seen you, I've been with you, and the work that you do in Southwood and beyond, it's just incredible work. So I'm in the presence of magical human beings here. So thank you for that. My message is on today is celebrate is connection. That we need to connect at a profound level. So we need to see each other in the other. We need to see ourselves in the other. What we miss many times is that we have, and one thing that I teach in the module on coaching that I teach, which is on Ubuntu intelligence and coaching in the African context, is around greeting. Greeting is one of the most essential parts. I love what you said, Cameron, when you said when we met for the first time, and the first thing you do is greet. How you do that sets the tone, almost like a cell phone connection. So those of you who've been in the bush in the Kruger, and there's no signal, and you have to go up a hill to get signal. You know what is. So that connection is established with your greeting. How do you greet? If you give the wet fish tail handshake, from today you need to stop and really shake hands, go into the other person's hand and be blocked by the thumb of the other person. You go all the way in, don't grab the tip of the finger. When you grab the tip of the finger, that finger you grab the last is the one that someone can raise. You know what happens in traffic? Yeah, that. Yeah. So no, don't grab that tip of the finger, that one. You've got to go in when you greet. You establish a connection at a deeper level when you do that. It's very important. I'm spending a bit of time on this because this is the essence of it. Most people today don't know how to connect, how to start connecting. And I've done this practically with groups of executives that we work with. You have to notice the other when you greet. We just say hi and move on without even waiting to hear how that person is. I do a lot on radio, as Mary said in the intro. And this morning at 4 o'clock, I was on, this was 4:15. I was on SAFM. On SAFM, it's a new program. It's the changes in SAFM on the station. So they brought me in to talk about how people that work odd hours, what the impact on their lives on that. And one of the essential things on that is around the disconnect that it does with their bodies and their lives and their whole well-being and their families when they work odd hours repeatedly. So they disconnect. This is why we get sick, because you disconnect from your wholeness. Our wholeness in being is godly, and I like to say it, Cameron, referring to that. Our spirituality is connected to everything in our lives. So connection is at the essence of everything that we need to pay attention to. So when we disconnect, when we don't see each other, and that's my next point. So connection, and the second one, seeing each other. So number one is connection. How is your connection? How do you connect when you meet another? If you're an Ubuntu keeper and you're keeping Ubuntu and you're training to be that and to do that, how are you doing the connection? Because Ubuntu is about connection. So first, number one, connection. Number two, seeing each other, and then seeing the other in ourselves. And that's the difficult part. The other word for it is called empathy. And you can use the word compassion in that. But essentially, it is, can I see myself in the other? And can the other see themselves in me? In other words, sawubona in isiZulu, I see you and all that you are, and all that you represent. So sawubona, I see you. That's in isiZulu, practically meaning I see you physically, but symbolically it means I see all that you represent, all your people behind you, and everyone else, your kids and your livestock and your lands and everything. I see you as you see yourself, not as I would like you to be. As there's a difference in that. Most people in the corporate world, we see others as we would like them to be. And I've got a lot of issues around this, and I've written about it. So number one, connection. Number two, seeing each other. Number three, becoming. We are constantly becoming. We are not the final piece yet. So I'm going to finish this in the next 2 minutes, Anna Marie. So becoming, and the next piece in becoming is learning. And this, I always say this in a lot of the talks I give, is around learning is an essential ingredient in Ubuntu, because when you're open to learning, it's easier for you to grow. And Ubuntu keepers, by their very nature, which we all are, we must be open to learning from the most unusual sources. And I spent some time in Cape Town with a group of people in Cape Town, housewives and others, that were saying they're learning so much once they open up to the fact that this helper that's been taking care of my children and all that, actually she's a leader in her community. And I've been treating her just like someone just cleaning my house and picking up after me and my family. But this is a leader in the community. She just needs this to earn a living, but she is an incredibly powerful leader in her community. Even worse, even more incredible, that where she comes from in the village, in the Eastern Cape in this case, the whole family is revered and they're leaders in the community. But she's never told me that. The question was, have you ever asked who she is? No. But I just interviewed her if she's able to do the work, and she said yes, and she does an amazing job. And do you even know about her life in that? Which is why I'm so incredibly, how do you say it? And to choose the right word here for you, Anna Marie, for your work with Sophie. And the best way to describe it is this: that's living the values of Ubuntu practically. Yeah. And well done to you and your family on that. We need more of that. And then number 4, so connection, seeing each other, sawubona, becoming and learning. And then number 4 is non-judgment. And this is a key part in the work that we continue to do. When you connect and you see the other, and you know that you can learn from them, always becoming, you cannot judge them. We shouldn't judge each other. We are always judging, and that blocks our learning. That blocks the signal for the connection, because we are putting our own lenses over everything, and then it shields us from seeing the other. When we judge, we stop learning, we stop becoming, we stop connecting, and we can't see the other for who they are because we put judgments on that. Very important. And then the final one is accountability. We need to hold each other to account as Ubuntu keepers. This work requires that we commit. Anna Marie, Johan, Tom, many others, and all of you, in fact, have committed time, space, and resources towards this work. So we need to hold each other to account to continue to do this work, because this is not child's play. This is changing lives. This is changing mindsets. This is changing and developing new headsets. I'm going to say that again. This is changing minds. This is changing lives. And this is changing headsets, developing new headsets. You have a mindset. We know what that is. What we need are new headsets. Mindset is easy. It's in the head. You think about it, you know it, you can do it. Oh, this is where you orient in your mind and how you do things. What we need are new headsets in the heart. You need to feel yourself in the heart. How do I feel about the other? We see that a lot now with Mama Winnie Mandela, Madikizela Mandela passing away. The whole story is knowing that, no, she never committed all those horrendous things she was accused of. That was part of the work of the previous regime. Yeah. We know that, you know that, and we've seen that. Many of us who've met a lot of the leaders know that there's stories around that. Yeah. So we need to understand that we are becoming a new society. And this is not just within South Africa, globally, where we need to connect at an authentic level. So hold each other to account. First, hold self to account on this journey. Thank you, Anna Marie. I could go on, by the way, but yeah.
We could not have wished for a better send-off for our pioneers in this very, very humble initiative. Dumi, thank you so much. And you know what I really want to do? I'd rather us go a few minutes earlier than have a conversation cut off. I want to say also very special. I want to mention Aurelie here. Aurelie did not complete the course in itself, but she is just simply amazing. She is always there. She is, oh my goodness, Aurelie, you're wonderful. I can't wait for you to complete the program officially so that we can give you your certificate. You know, that's only a formality. In closing, I want to share this. Normally what people say at the end of anything, they say, so, you know, what do we do next? Obviously, because we are focusing on the Ubuntu Keepers program for schools. This is where our focus is. But Dumi, you will resonate with me here. You and I participated in a global Oneness Day conversation together with David Gershon of the what do they call themselves? The what institute? I forgot their name now. But in any case,
Desmond Tutu and others. And
that was the Empowerment Institute. And what he developed a beautiful thing, and we made it part of our program, of our Ubuntu programs at the end of the program. And it talks about 7 actions that people can take to facilitate Ubuntu. I'm going to just mention them briefly. The first one we're saying is we want to create a critical mass of Ubuntu keepers. And by doing that, we gather people around a common dream or a common vision, and that vision is Ubuntu. The second thing he's saying is that let us empower the children. We are doing that through our Ubuntu Keepers program for children and for education. Then he says, befriend the other. You spoke about that just now, Dumi. Then he says, shed the light on what is working. So often we focus on what is not working, but let us focus on what is working. Then he says, create experiences that honor our shared humanity. Let's get together. Let's walk together in oneness. There's a big Ubuntu festival right now, that happening that Leah and Cameron will be attending, and I'm not sure, I think Aurelie won't be going. But let's create experiences that honor our shared humanity. Let us help build the South African community by focusing on how-to programs. Let us bring how-to programs to our society and our communities. And then the last thing is, let us nurture the Ubuntu heart. Let us pray daily. Let us meditate for Ubuntu and for us as human beings. Let's pray and meditate for peace, unity, and prosperity in South Africa, in the world, because we need it now more than ever. With this, I really want to thank all of you for being here with me, for being with us on this journey, for saying yes to being Ubuntu Keepers, and for joining us on this evening. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, everyone. I so honor you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It is good to see you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You as well.
What a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.
Take care.
Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.